I'm Emily and welcome back to my channel, The Organised Mum Lifestyle. This video is a goodie. Grab a cup of tea, it's 20 minutes long, but this is our 8 days in the Bay of Islands in New Zealand. We spent New Year 4 hours north of Auckland in Russell, which is part of the Bay of Islands, and we had an awesome trip. We saw dolphins, we went on boats, we used our paddleboards, we saw a lot of trains, and we had a fantastic time. I'm going to make some sub videos from this. I've got some ideas on whether the Waitangi Treaty Grounds is suitable for children and some top tips on taking children to restaurants and whether they're too young. You've also already seen my Kawakawa train, which is last week's video, which I'll put here. I really enjoyed editing this video and I hope you enjoy watching it. Oh dear, we made it as far as Wellsford, which is about an hour north, before we realised there was a strange noise coming from one of the wheels. Daddy got out all of his toolboxes. He quickly realised there was a split pin missing from the wheel hub. He replaced it and checked all the others. Concerning when we had some work done recently and we have taken it up with our service agent, but we were back on the road and no damage done. At Russell Top 10 campsite. We've got a fantastic pitch. I have to say I did book it 6 months ago though, because it's a prime time of year to get a booking and the campsite is completely full, but it is my favourite place in Russell. The kids started and finished their day on this trampoline every single day. First day and we walked into Russell to get the passenger ferry to Paihia. I love this campsite because you can walk everywhere without getting in your car. Tell me your sticker. Tell me. Where'd you get it from?
From Dino.
Yeah. Tell me.
From the Monty shop.
Yes. It's New Year's Eve, so we went to the shop to get supplies ready for the new year, but this was how Tilly did her shopping. The granddads didn't want to carry the shopping, so they pushed the shopping trolley all the way back to the caravan, but I can assure you they took the trolley straight back when they were finished. New Year's Day at the beach. This is Long Beach, which is just round the corner from the campsite. Walkable, but we chose to go in the car because we wanted to take the paddleboards. if we enjoyed a barbecue and a few drinks at the caravan, but instead we've gone out at 5 p.m. on New Year's Day to the Duke of Marlborough Hotel, which is the oldest pub in New Zealand. They were super accommodating for the children, with a children's menu, bringing out the meals first, and even colouring pens. Although I did bring the trusty iPads as they got a little bit bored as the adults were chatting. And they finished on the trampoline before bed. This is Haruru Falls. We got the vehicle ferry over to Paihia and drove towards Waitangi, so it's not too far, but it's on the other side of Russell. But the waterfall is super close to the car park, so it's a nice and easy walk to view it. This is a very historical place for New Zealand. It is the Waitangi Treaty Ground, which is where they signed a treaty between the British and the New Zealand Maori on how they can work together to develop New Zealand in partnership with each other. It's a really beautiful location, a great walk with gardens and flora and fauna. For most part of it, the children really enjoyed having their audio headsets with the guide talking. And I highly recommend catching a cultural performance. They were happy for videoing on the outside of the marae, but when you went inside they asked for no video footage, hence why I've only got photos. Tilly really enjoyed it and got into the singing and dancing, but you have to admit it's a little bit scary for some small children, so Monty got a bit scared, so we didn't stay to the end, but we did go outside and play games on the lawn. The next day we were touristy and we went on a dolphin cruise. First thing they did when they got on the boat was get their lunch boxes out. First stop after a short ride is to stop at Upukapuka Island at Otia Bay, stop for a drink and then connect to the dolphin cruise. We had an hour here for lunch and some drinks, so we bought the kids beach stuff so they could have a bit of fun. You said hi, Baba.
Hi, Papa. Hi.
And now it's time to get on board a slightly smaller boat which is adapted especially for viewing dolphins in the wild. And we didn't have to wait for long. I couldn't even get the GoPro out, less than 5 minutes, and they spotted a pod of dolphins. I was busy watching the Dolphins and holding Tilly, I realised she'd fallen asleep. It was after lunchtime, so I handed over to Daddy so I could hold Monty's hand. Monty made and played with a friend, which was lovely. And Tilly, the nature lover, spent most of the boat trip like this. This is pretty impressive. It's called Hole in the Rock, and I recommend coming out this way and doing it as part of your tour. This was a bit odd. They invited any adults if they wanted to hang onto the side. Back home after a wonderful day and finishing off on the trampoline. Another new day and another beautiful waterfall. This is Rainbow Falls just outside Kerry, and it is well worth the visit. It's another one where you go to the car park and it's a very short walk, but there are 3 viewing platforms for this waterfall. And from this, the second viewing platform, you can see why it's called Rainbow Falls. This is the Kawakawa Vintage Railway, absolutely worth the visit.
Where did you go when I needed you most?
A 90-minute train ride which takes you through the centre of the town, a unique thing for this New Zealand town, across a bridge and through some beautiful New Zealand countryside. Well worth the trip. What can you see?
See the baby train?
Yeah. You can watch an extended video on my channel about this train trip and my recommendations, costs and prices, including opening hours.
Where did you go when I needed you most? Where did you go when I needed you most? Where did you go when I needed you most? Where did you go when I needed you most?
On our way out, we had to stop at the coolest public toilets in New Zealand. These are the Hunter Vasa public toilets, completely free of charge to go in and do your business. I highly recommend giving it a stop on your way out of Kawakawa. Next door is a community centre which is in keeping with the design. I really like this style and I think it reflects New Zealand well. On the way to the beach this morning, a quick stop at Flagstaff Hill, which is facing Waitangi, where we went the other day. This is a little beach called Te Peka Point round the back of Russell.
That is wood. There's rocks.
Another chance to get the paddleboards out with the kids safely on the beach with the grandparents, this looks like a good area for exploring. Here I spot a stingray, I point at it, you can just about see it in the footage which I've slowed down for you, and then Daddy does his best with the GoPro to go underwater and see if we can still see it.
Tilly, the waves will come in a second. Good running, Bubba.
It was a bit of a late one last night packing up because we're out really early. The kids still had a chance to go on the trampoline, but I didn't manage to film it because we were busy packing up. But we're on the ferry nice and early because we need to get to Whangarei for 10 a.m. It turns out when Tilly takes my phone and starts watching videos, she does get car sick. So here's her enjoying a nausea lolly, and Monty had to have one too. This was the reason we needed to be in Whangarei, Northland's biggest town, because there was a rodeo on for the day. Pretty unique and not something you see in New Zealand every day. And since we'd left the trampoline behind, we still managed to find some equipment for the kids to play on. About 5 minutes away from the rodeo, we found a really cool place to camp for the night, an NZMCA POC, where you can park over property on what's called the Kiwi House and Heritage Park. The kids spent the evening exploring different train tracks.
We turn off the whale.
Yeah.
And but let's it go off the whale. Yes, but get off the whale.
Is that?
Ferret ship. Ferret ship. They got words.
What is it, Baba?
No.
Next morning, whilst Daddy was packing up the caravan ready to go home, we explored the different areas. A lot of the sheds were open even though it wasn't an open day, and the kids were having a look around. We are going to come back on an open day because it's a fantastic place to go for the weekend. In addition to the Heritage Park, there was also a Kiwi house. What are you drawing?
I'm doing a lizard.
You're drawing a lizard? You're drawing a kiwi?
I'm doing lizard.
Lizard. We timed it really well as 11 a.m. was feeding time, so we actually saw the keeper. The kiwis came out and she fed them. So something completely unique that we hadn't seen before. We went on to explore the exhibits and we were blown away with how much interactive science and technology work there was for the children. So as I say, we're going to come back here. It's only about 2 hours from home. It's a great halfway stop between Auckland and the Bay of Islands, and we'd never heard of it until this trip. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I've got a few videos coming up from our adventures, so I'm looking forward to posting them. So hit subscribe and you'll get updated when I post every Friday, 6 a.m. New Zealand time. I'll see you in my next video.